Yahology, where the study of Yah is beneficial to all mankind. If you could double your lifespan, potentially double your lifespan, would you adhere to the knowledge? How much would it be worth to live a little bit longer? I heard a guy say a rich man to give everything he has for an extra day, and I assume that would be true because he knows he can't take it with him, of course. But how to potentially double your lifespan? Today we're going to talk about, let me give you a little bit of background about a guy named Methuselah. Methuselah is the oldest recorded living human in both history as well as the Bible. Methuselah lived 969 years. He was in the lineage a couple of people over Noah, but Methuselah was named Noah. Methuselah's background is obviously very intriguing and very important to the science of longevity, one would assume. Now, what Methuselah's diet was and his way of life, his culture, the range and scope of that will potentially double your lifespan. When I say potentially double your lifespan, I mean if you are at a state where your knowledge is short and you are eating bad and not exercising and things of that nature, then you are a candidate for checking out early rather than someone in optimal health living optimally. The Methuselah diet concept has been all made simple for you, and as Yahologists, it was only fitting that I came up with something for the whole world in terms of expanding the life. Now, this is going to create a serious problem in terms of population control and in terms of natural resources and things of that nature, in terms of the longer you live, the more resources you consume. So not everyone wants everyone to live potentially twice as long. You can believe that. Now, if you want to adhere to these dietary laws of Methuselah, go to methuselahsdiet.com. That's METHUSLAHSDIET.com, and you will find a fast, easy, four-phase weight loss way of life. Methuselah deals with how-tos in terms of calorie reduction, and any new science shows that calorie reduction is the way to life, to the point of reducing them as much as possible, to the point to where just where you can sustain life. In other words, you don't want to eat so little until you're so brittle that you pass. But you have to find that balance, and that's what Methuselah's diet does for you in terms of calorie reduction as well as optimal living. These concepts were translated out of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and they are exactly what the people in his lineage of that time in that culture would have done. It's not just about what you eat, it's also about when you eat it and how you eat it. That's of utmost importance. But as I was saying, not only calorie reduction, but water intake as well. We show you how to increase your water intake without harming yourself. Physical activity, of course, they had a nomadic lifestyle. Now, we all know that the diet game is calories consumed versus calories burned. This is not a fad diet, so you're going to reduce your calorie reduction and increase your your calorie intake, your water intake and your physical activity. Now, here's the concept of Methuselah's diet. The body is a living organism. If you were to picture a person eating a rose, if you were to walk up and pull some rose petals off of the rose and eat them, both your body and the rose are living organisms at that time. After all, if you cut a rose off a plant and put it in a jug, is the rose still alive or the petal still alive? Yes, the cells are still generating in that, or still moving in the rose. It has not died yet. So that concept of a live organism eating a live food is also what extends your life. So I'll go one further. You're also supposed to eat things that eat live food. Things that eat dead food, like Leviticus chapter 11, the crustacean. You say, well, why not eat crustacean? Believe me, I used to play international basketball. I used to have a platter of lobster in front of me, and I used to have crawfish boils in parties. So I partook until I grew wiser, and I'm glad that I did, because the wiser I grew, the more I see that I was harming myself. Now, the lobster is in the same phylus and the same class as the cockroach. Now, if you look at a science book, you'll see the lobster and the cockroach on the same page together. And I was like, wow, it makes sense. You know, I was like, well, how do you catch lobster? They catch them with dead fish and whatnot. So I was like, oh, okay, the water roach. So the crumbs hit the bottom, say a whale or something, they come out, piece them apart, you know, and eat them up. But that which eats dead things is not good for our diet, even according to Leviticus chapter 11. That wisdom has to be infinite, and it's good for Yahology. It was good for Methuselah and his clan. So it will be good for us in terms of potentially doubling our lifespan. I know some people are on an optimal scale, and you know, you're eating close to the dietary laws for longevity already. But I want to let you know that slowing the aging process can be done. Regaining energy can be done. I'll give you an example. I was watching Family Feud, it was, and they were saying, you know, give us the top few things people do in traffic. Totally took me by surprise. One of the answers was flick your bean / masturbate. And I was like, wow, with traffic, you know, that tripped me out. But for all you bean flickers and masturbators, every time you masturbate and have an orgasm, you are using up to 7 full-course meals worth of nutrients. So if you partake in that activity a lot, then you are multiplying the meals of nutrients, the amount of nutrients that you're back, and you're deficient in certain areas, especially energy. Chewing your food is another. If you want to find yourself on the road to longevity and higher energy, here's another tidbit. Chew your food until it turns to water. The oldest man who ever lived in Europe recorded, of course we don't have the African there, but Europe recorded, was the 151-year-old who had an inside stomach like a newborn. So the preservation of your stomach is paramount. So chew your food till it's water, and then that's less wear and tear on your stomach, which produces longevity. Also rest. Rest is paramount. If you don't rest at night, you are doing yourself a grave disservice. Those who work at night, those who stay up late at night just getting things done. Your body heals in certain time frames. Certain organs heal at certain times during the night. So if you're not getting your rest, you will not heal appropriately, and you will deteriorate at a faster rate. Those are a few tidbits today. MethuselahsDiet.com right now, if you were to go to the website, you can see there's a cookbook for offer, there is a diet book, and there is an online diet plan with a 4-phase weight loss that I think you'll find really, really easy to step into this way of life that will work for you continually. You won't be yo-yoing. It's not a fad diet. You won't be losing a lot of water weight and dehydrating. You will actually be undoing what you did to your body to do it, to move it away, what you did to move it away from its natural, normal proportion and health. So, MethuselahsDiet.com.